Welcome, yogis. I hope this video finds you well. We are midway through our summer subscription. Hope you've been finding time to do your yoga. Reminder that if you ever want to pop out to an in-person class, I'm out at the park in Poplar Hill on Thursdays, 6:30 p.m. It's just a drop-in when it's not, as long as it's not raining or thundering. It's just drop in, it's $10. Would love to see you guys come out. That will be all summer and into the first week of September. And then hopefully fall brings some new classes to the schedule in person. And for those of you that just enjoy being online, we can keep this going as well. Alrighty, so let's close our eyes or lower the gaze, start to tune in, start to ground, start to bring all your awareness to your breath. Inhaling through the nose and sending that breath all the way down to the belly. And feeling the belly expand. Feeling the lungs expand after that. And then finally the chest. So the breath is just rolling in from bottom to top. And exhaling through the nose or the mouth and just letting everything go, letting the belly deflate. Letting go of anything that's happened today already, anything you still have to get done today. Just setting this window of time aside for your practice and for your own self-care. Following the breath in and out. Following the belly as it expands on the inhale and contracts on the exhale. And let's just allow, when you're ready, for the left hand to drop off the knee, off the thigh, and just rest down at your side. And we'll inhale the right arm around, grabbing on to the left ear, pulling it away from the shoulder. Letting the hand slide behind the ear, and just drawing the head forward on an angle. Beautiful. We'll release the right hand down to the mat. Let the head come back to the center. And inhale the left arm all the way around, taking hold of the ear, pulling it away. Let that right shoulder go heavy. And then bringing the hand behind, drawing the head forward on the ankle. Releasing, letting both arms float down, head is back to the center. We'll bring the arms behind, draw the knuckles down, open up the chest, open up the heart space. Awesome, breathe those arms all the way in front, interlace the fingers, drop the chin. And inhale the hands behind the head. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll just paddle the elbows out. Moving through the rib cage, the side body. reverse your direction, so a little back paddle or backstroke. Beautiful. Release. Let the hand come down to the floor, the left hand, sorry. Breathe in that right arm all the way overhead, and we're just gonna pulse. Pulse through that side body. Little movements as we open up the space between the hip and the ribs. And then continue that all the way through. So let the right hand come, grabbing onto the right knee. Send the left arm over. We'll hold. Now, if you collapse forward, like I even myself tend to do, try to draw yourself back. Holding, and then releasing, so our arms are crossed. And we're just gonna round the spine and tuck the chin. And breathe. And then we'll slowly roll ourselves up as the arms uncross, and we just roll the shoulders right up to the ears and back. Doing a few shoulder rolls. Perfect. All right, let's move on to the other side, letting the right hand drop down. Inhaling the left. We're gonna start with the pulsing. This is great, even if you just woke up. Wake up. Any areas that feel stiff. And then continue that all the way down. Grab onto the knee as we inhale the other side and hold. Remembering, if you feel yourself starting to round and collapse forward, to pull yourself back up. And then allow the rounding. So then allow the hand to come, the head into the center and round the spine, tuck the chin. Breathing into your back, right? Breathing into the ribs. And then rolling yourself up and just circling out the shoulders again. All right, let's sneak. So I'm gonna move my pillow. We'll sneak the right foot in front of the left. We're gonna come into another side body stretch. So just reaching one arm up and the other. So with this right foot in front of the left, it's gonna get us a nice hip stretch when we come to our forward fold. So flip the palms forward, float yourself down. If you're tight, you might already start to feel that stretch into the right side. And if you don't, you can walk yourself out a little further or come down onto the forearms. And just breathing into that right side. And tucking the chin when you're ready, rolling yourself up. Drawing the hands behind, we're gonna lift ourselves up onto the shins into a little back bend. Take the gaze up to the ceiling. And release back down. We'll switch the legs, left in front of right this time. And come back to that side stretch, that reach for the sky. And bringing both hands up, flip the palms forward, float it down. One side may feel more tight than the other. So just listening to the body, where is too much, where does it feel good? And then finding that spot and breathing. And tap the chin, roll yourself up when you're ready, drawing the hands back, and then all the way in behind for that little lift off the seat. Take the gaze up. And release back down. From here, right leg, I'm gonna flip. Flipped it right over so that now my left foot is just resting along that right thigh. I'm gonna scoop the toes on the right foot. Left hand comes onto my left thigh. Rocking horse. More hip action here. My house is mysteriously quiet this morning. I don't hear cats or kids. This can be a good thing or a bad thing. All right, so from here, left hand comes down to yoga mat. Right hand takes us all the way up and over, big side stretch, coming on to the knees. Take your gaze up to your fingertips. And then let's send that arm around. A few big shoulder or arm circles here. Reverse the direction. And then release that hand down, come back down. So the legs are still kind of in this pinwheel shape. If it's too much, you could overlap them. We're gonna come into deer pose, so we're just gonna walk the hands out and behind. This is deer, just reaching in behind, a great little twist for the ribs. You can play with it to where you feel comfortable. And make your way back up onto those hands. Walk yourself all the way around. You coming back to center and switching the legs out. So pinwheel on the other side. So just swapping them to the other side in that same formation. Scoop the back toes. Sorry, right hand to right thigh. And then rocking horse. Alrighty, so just as we did before, right hand comes to yoga mat, left hand takes us up and over, big long side stretch. Take the gaze up to your fingertips. And then circle through, big arm circles. In both directions. And then bring the arm down to your pose. So walking a little bit to the back of your yoga mat so you get that twist, and then melting down as far as is comfortable for you. And back up. Nice and slowly, walk yourself back to center. Let's flip that left leg in now so that the feet come together into our cobbler's pose. And we'll bounce the legs out. And then send the elbows down to the thighs. We'll press down, let the head come forward. Breathing into the hip flexors this time. Grabbing onto the shins, we'll lift the heart, looking up. Beautiful. Pressing the legs out into a straddle pose, pointing the toes up, pressing the backs of the legs down, maybe just sitting here tall as we pull the belly in for a few breaths. And bringing the fingertips to the ground, and we'll just walk out a little bit so that the back's still straight, the legs are still engaged. Breathing. And then just relax the feet, right? Walk out a little bit more if you can. And then allow that right leg to come on in. So we've got the right foot against the inner thigh. And we're just gonna slide down towards the left foot. So it could be a shin, it could be feet, ankles, toes, wherever you land is fine. And we'll inhale that right arm over top. And then we're just gonna shake the head no. And we're going to continue that all the way through so that the hands come down onto the floor along the inner calf. We're going to sweep them out in front, coming into a twist on the other side. So lift and lengthening, and then softening on the exhale. Perfect. Release back to center. And switch the legs out. So same thing on this side, we're gonna slide down towards that shin, ankle, or foot. Inhale, the left arm over, and then just shaking the head. And we'll allow the hands to come down. Sweep them all the way across into our twist. Inhaling, you lift the heart, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, you soften and twist. And then releasing back to center. And I'm just gonna come onto my heels. But if this isn't comfortable for you, you could sit on a pillow or a bolster through the legs, or you could just come into a cross-legged seat. We're gonna do a seated cat-cow. Now you could even do this in a chair or on the edge of a couch. But just moving through that spinal flexion, tucking the chin, and lifting the heart. Beautiful. And when you're ready, take the knees nice and wide. Walk down into your extended child's pose, melting the heart. Breathing into the lower back. And we can draw the palms together here and just bending at the elbows, bringing the hands behind the head. So you make this little namaste behind the head. And then releasing the hands down, we'll walk them to the right side of the mat. Left hand goes on top of the right. And then walking them to the left. Right hand comes on top of left. And back to the center. We'll tuck the chin, roll ourselves all the way back up into our hero sit. And we'll bring the palms together at the heart. Take a big breath in, send the arms all the way up, and then pressing away. A couple more times at your own pace. Bringing the hands in behind, stretching the knuckles down. Just where we started off with our practice. We'll bring them back in front, pressing them out, rounding the spine and tucking the chin. Beautiful, and we'll release back to center. Sitting in any comfortable pose, we'll bring the hands to heart center, closing the eyes. Resting the thumbs against the breastbone. Just breathing as we close out our practice together. Taking a few mindful moments before we carry on with our day. A few mindful breaths. And I say to you all, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be whole. And I'm going to bring my thumbs to the third eye space between the brow, and I say namaste.